Hey guys, it's the Clever here, and today we'll be taking a look at a new game called Twilight Struggle. It is released in April of this year, and it is based on a Cold War strategy board game. I have not played the actual board game, so I'll be playing offline for now to try and train up before playing online. So for this, we'll be playing as the United States, as it is usually easier to be playing as the US than the USSR. So we will be giving ourselves some influence handicap as we are still new to this game. We'll be playing as the United States, and it is usually much easier. So for this, we'll be playing with the standard game instead of the other scenarios such as Late War and Chinese Civil War. We do have influence around the world, such as in Asia, in the Americas, along with the Middle East and Europe. The USSR also has influences around this area. So as we can only place our 7 influence in the highlighted areas, which is in Europe and in North America, Canada, we'll have to place our influence in those allocated areas. So we'll be placing them in the western part of Europe to have control over it before heading to expand to the eastern part. We'll be placing them in France, along with Canada and Spain, Portugal. And as we have a handicap, we can place another 5 influence. As we have activated the handicap, we have earned ourselves another 5 influence. And now we can place them in the Americas, the Middle East, or Asia. We can also choose to boost our current holdings in Western Europe and in Canada. We'll be placing some of our influence in Asia and the rest in the Middle East. So we'll be boosting our relations with Japan and maxing it out. And as for the other 2, we'll be placing them in the Middle East. We can boost our relations with Iran and put our 1 remaining influence in Israel. As we have placed all our influence, we are now done with our orders and can commit our decision.
Да здравствует наша славная Родина, ее свобода, ее независимость. Под знаменем Ленина вперед, победа!
We'll be taking a look at our 8 cards in our hand and see which is the most suitable for boosting our cause. As this card may not be played during headline phase, we will immediately take a look at the second one. As this card gives an influence in Vietnam to the USSR, we have no reason to play this card. This card does a Europe scoring. It is too early in the game to be playing a scoring card for now, so we'll be keeping it. We are not able to choose Camcon as it is also beneficial for the USSR. This card is available for use, but we will not be using it as the card basically gives an influence to any country that is bordering the UK, but it will require NATO, and since we have not activated the NATO card, we'll be keeping this card. As for the Indo-Pakistani War, we'll be looking at our other 2 cards to see which of these 3 cards we are able to use. As for containment, it will boost the number of stars you have per card by 1 to a maximum of 4. So it is between this and the Indo-Pakistani War. For the last card, which is a socialist government, we are unable to play it as it is a USSR card. we'll be playing the Indo-Pakistani War, as it is one of the cards that looks beneficial. So we'll be going ahead and clicking the headline Indo-Pakistani War. So we can now choose to support either Pakistan or India. And as Pakistan needs 2 victory points to control and India needs 3, and for the victor of this card, they will gain a 2 VP in that country. We'll be going ahead with India as it is more beneficial. So we have a 50% chance of winning and a 50% chance of losing. So we'll go ahead and roll the dice now. And we have successfully won the Indo-Pakistani War. And the USSR has also had a war with the Arab-Israeli War, and they have won. So with both cards being a win, it has now evened out the scores. So the USSR has activated the US-Japan Mutual Defense Pact. They have done a military coup in Iran which has succeeded in their favor. Our DEFCON's level have now changed to 4, closer to the nuclear war. So in this game, one of the ways to lose would be you do not want to be the person who is playing your turn when the highlighted box turns to the nuclear one, which is number 1. So as it is our turn, we have 3 USSR cards that we are not able to be using it for our own benefits. And we have an option here called the Space Race, which we can use this card to boost our own technology in space. So we'll be using this Socialist Government's card and using it for the Space Race. As we have succeeded in the rolling of the dice, we have now progressed 1 level up ahead of the USSR in our space race. So for the previous turn, the USSR has used a card to gain influence in Pakistan, Iran and Afghanistan, wiping our influence there to 0. So as it is our turn, we can go ahead and click on ComCon, and since it is a USSR card, we can use it to place influence now, as our space base can only be used once per turn. So we have gained 3 influence from the card, as the card is worth 3 stars. So we'll go ahead and place our influence in Asia, putting 1 in the Philippines and the other 2 in South Korea. In the previous round, the USSR has added extra influences to the Middle East and most of Eastern Europe, along with Finland and Eastern Germany. So the USSR has also recently used the China card, but so as they have played the China card, we have the card right now which will give us a +1 to our victory point for holding this card at the end of turn 10. So as it is our turn, we'll be playing another card now. So we'll be playing the containment card and placing influence. So our containment card has provided us with 3 influence, and we'll be placing 2 of them in Italy and one of them in South Korea, and to hold the dominant power over the USSR influence there. As the USS card has played an East European unrest card, and it triggers a remove 1 USSR influence from 3 countries in Eastern Europe. We are now able to wipe out 3 influences from Eastern Europe. We will be wiping the influence out from Yugoslavia, Hungary, and Czechoslovakia. So I'll be stopping the video here for today, and do tell me in the comments below on what you think of this game and on this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share if you like this video, and as usual, thanks for watching and goodbye.